Hey everybody, it's Berg back at you with some more belt talk, and today, feast your eyes on this beauty right here. We are looking at the WWE Undisputed Championship title belt, arguably one of the most popular designs of the WWE Championship that there's ever been. It is big, it's gold, it's prestigious, and this belt specifically is made by Pinfall Title Belts. And I want to give you guys an up close and personal look at this. We're going to check this belt out from top to bottom, left to right, front to back, so you can see exactly what you're going to get from Pinfall Title Belts. Let's jump into it. All right, everybody. We've got some great sunlight coming in through the windows right now, and that's awesome because what it's gonna do is it's gonna help showcase this belt made by Pinfall Title Belts. And one of the first things you can notice are these stones used by Pinfall Title Belts. And so we're not talking about cheap plastic stones. These are zirconia stones, and you can see they just provide a lot more shimmer and shine, especially when you've got that direct sunlight. It looks beautiful. The other thing it's gonna show us, all this sunlight is gonna show us, is the quality of this belt. So we're talking HD acid etched plates, and that means deep quality etching. You can see as I pan over the main plate here, just how awesome the etching on this belt is. The other thing it's gonna show us is just a little bit of the dust and fingerprints, and so, you know, we'll take the good with the bad, I guess, but really this video is to showcase the work made by Pinfall Title Belts here. And I gotta tell you, Pinfall Title Belts is quickly becoming one of my favorite belt makers simply because of the quality of their products. So Raheel Ahmad is the name of the maker. And as I mentioned, these are HD acid etch plates. All of his work is HD acid etch. It's not CNC. It's nice high quality etching. His paint is always super clean. His plates are 24 karat gold plated, so you don't get that cheap brassy look that you get from a lot of the other overseas makers or even from WWE shop on their belts. The leather is a nice quality leather. We're not talking about that cheap, stiff cardboard-like leather. This is nice, soft, pliable leather. And it's, you know, it's thick enough that it's gonna be able to support the weight of these plates. This belt weighed in at 8 pounds, so more than your standard replica belt typically weighs, but that's because this belt is massive. And we're talking about 4.2 millimeter thick plates. We've got 5 plates plus a logo plate. So talking 6 plates on this belt. And again, just really great craftsmanship by Pinfall Title Belts. This is the WWE Undisputed Championship title belt, and what makes this specific belt a little bit harder to nail down is there were so many variations of this belt. When this belt debuted in early 2002, the WWF logo was up here, not the WWE logo. There was no black borders, it was all gold, and you didn't have all of this black paint filling in the negative spaces. The second version of the first version, if that makes any sense, the WWF version had 2 different versions. It had an all gold, beautiful variant, and then Hulk Hogan wore a version that is similar to this. So it still had the WWF logo, but it had more of this black paint filling in all of the, not all, but a lot of the negative space. And then you'd also see that the black paint was also applied into these side plates as well. So this belt, I believe, had, you know, what we would say 4 standard versions, but some of those versions had their own variants as well. And so it's just tough to nail down sometimes exactly what we're looking at. So let's take a good close look at this belt, and we'll start right here on the main plate, and you can see the etching is incredible. The paintwork is super clean. We don't have overflowing black paint. I mean, look at some of these areas that had to be painted and how fine the detail is. And we don't have sloppy paintwork. It's nice and clean. We talked about these stones, you know, not your typical cheap plastic acrylic stone, but more of a zirconia stone that gives you a nice shimmer and shine, especially in this direct sunlight. 24 karat gold plated, 4.2 millimeter thick plates. Checking out these side plates. This is where you can see the detail, okay? If we focus in on the McMahon family crest, you can see just how small that writing is. Let me stick my thumb in the frame here. Now you can see just how small that writing is, but just how clear Pinfall Title Belts is able to get with their etching. Again, the side plate over here has the zirconia stones, super fine detail in the etching, clean paint, just really, really nice work. The leather has tooling, the WWE tooling that follows the length of the plates all the way down to the snap boxes. And what you notice here is this does not have the Jmar floral pattern stamp at the end of the snap box. But the tooling is very nice. It's deep, it's, you know, easily seen. And the leather is very nice as well. One of the things I appreciate is that the edges have been cleaned up nicely, so you don't have a rough finish on these. I'll sit the belt up here and take a little look. Nicely smoothed edges, letting you know you've got a nice quality product. Taking a peek at the logo plate here. Again, you can just see really nice deep etching, clean paint work. Those little swirls down inside the plate, painted nice and clean, no overfill, not sloppy looking. Same with the full crest. And then one of the other things I like about Pinfall Title Belts is you get clean, new snaps. You don't get these tarnished looking, scratched up snaps that a lot of other makers seem to use on their belts. I don't know why they skimp out on the snaps, but it does make a difference. An amazing belt, in my opinion. Great craftsmanship. Let's take another look at this leather really quick. So as you see the belt over my shoulder, you can see just how big this title belt is. It's massive. One of the things that's important to do is check out the leather, right? The strap on this belt is very nice quality. You don't have to worry about getting cheap, stiff cardboard-like leather from Pinfall Title Belts. This belt comes on a very nice strap. It's sturdy but flexible, and it's just a belt you wouldn't have to re-leather if you didn't want to. We're gonna flip the belt over. The backing is just a plain black backing, nice and smooth, clean finish. No peeling, no separation on these edges. The backing is applied nicely. All your bolts are covered, and the backing is very professional. Pinfall Title Belts sent this title belt to me for a review. I'm not keeping it for my own collection. I will be selling this belt. I have the belt obviously in hand here in the United States, ready to go. One of the things I think it's important to point out is that belts that are already here in the United States don't have to pay that extra tariff now. So if you've ordered a belt recently and it came to you and you got an extra charge, $40, $50, because it's being delivered from outside of the US, you don't have to have that problem here. I'll be selling this belt and you won't have to worry about an extra tariff. What an awesome belt made by Pinfall Title Belts. This belt, the WWE Undisputed, is a beast, but it's very well done, very well made, and it's simply beautiful. You can find me in the comments on this video. Otherwise, I'm also on Facebook. Berg Blog is where you'll find me. Until then, thanks for watching. I am Berg, and we'll see you next time for some more belt talk.